it's Riley here. So I want to talk about a topic because surgery is around the corner. It kind of reminded me, I guess, that I wanted to talk about this, but it's something that I've had a lot of people over the years kind of bring up to me or their thoughts on this. But with transitioning, we as trans people have options to go through, as example, taking testosterone, going and having top surgery, going and having bottom surgery, and, for myself as well, like a hysterectomy. So those options are there for trans people or people who want them in general. And, I feel like a lot of people, because they see someone who's transitioning and being like, well, like, you choose to have these surgeries. And I'm like, well, no, like, I am trans and my body does not align with my brain. So those surgeries are not something that is optional. It's for me as a trans individual. It's something that I needed to be able to feel comfortable in my body, to feel validated, and to feel affirmed in like who I am. Not every trans person feels that same way. Not every trans person wants to go through the same process that I did. But again, those choices are there for us for when we want them. And like, if you choose to go through a different path than I did, does not invalidate your transition any less or any more because of that. But basically, the reason I wanted to talk on this is because, people see trans surgeries as not as important as other surgeries. And I've just wanted to kind of speak on this because those people who choose to go like with certain paths on their transition, especially regarding around surgery, those surgeries are so important and so just affirming to us as individuals. And it's just a process that is beneficial in many, many ways, like mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, it's just something that I feel, within my transition, I would have not been able to see myself for who I am without having top surgery. And, going forward with phalloplasty right now, like, and being around the corner, it's just a surgery that I picture myself down the road having, and I just would not feel the same without it. And for me, like, it's not something that is elective. It's not something that is a choice in a sense. Like, I am, yes, choosing to go forward with certain paths within my transition, but the choice of surgery is just not, like, it's not even a thought. Like, it's just, I'm like, I know it's something I needed. And that's something I think people need to realize is, like, yes, it's a choice to have surgeries. It's not something that we must do in order to be trans, but those people who need the surgery is something that is not like, an elective surgery. It's something that they need. I, for myself, like, see myself getting a surgery that I absolutely need, and for the same reasons. Like, a surgery with transitioning could literally save someone's life. And that's something I think people need to think about. Yes, you may not see it as a dire need surgery, but in the grand scheme of things, it actually is. So just kind of wanted to talk about it because I had someone bring this up recently, and it's just something that I've had brought up over the years, especially in the beginning of my journey. Someone, people ask, like, have you had the surgery, or bringing up, like, so it's a choice to have surgeries and this and that. And I'm like, no, like, yes, we have choices as trans people, as I stated already. Like, we have choices of what we want to do, and everybody's individual journey is different. Everybody's journey does not look the same, and that's completely fine and valid. And everybody's journey is their own. We can choose to have top surgery, we can choose to have hormones, and like I said, those resources are there for those who want to go through certain stages, but each stage is just as valid as the next one. And because someone doesn't make the same decision does not invalidate that, and does not invalidate their transition, but each stage is as important as the next, and is not an elective decision for those who make them. But basically, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about and bring up. And I just wanted to bring this topic up to people that maybe think that it is a choice. And a lot of the provinces here in Canada actually do end up covering most of the surgeries for trans people, because they see it as something that could literally help, like I said, save someone's life. And Alberta is definitely one of them. But to go through Alberta funding and go through like Alberta Health for coverage of my surgery was honestly something I am very, very appreciative of, because I would not be able to have this surgery without that coverage. Like, I paid for my top surgery, and at the time was not able to get the funding through Ontario. But phalloplasty, on the other hand, it's multiple different stages, it's a lot of different processes, and a very like large amount of cost. And I know, like, currently I would be years before I would even be able to like get to that point of possibly even paying for it. And that's even like a possibility. It would be something I think I would end up not being able to get. And for me as an individual, I don't think I could never not see myself getting phalloplasty. So to have that option there is just something I'm really appreciative of, and it's something that, like, again, like I said, I foresee myself in the future getting. And for some people, like, it's just not that same decision. And regardless, like I said, it's just something that helps and affirms us as an individual and affirms our gender and how we feel. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say on that. And just to remember, like, it's each individual's decision on what they want to do within their transition. But within those decisions, again, like, it's just something that is necessary for our transition itself. Hopefully you like this video. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, always feel free to put them in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be doing more again soon. Bye for now.